Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we are reviewing Nightmare Alley, directed by Guillermo del Toro and starring Bradley Cooper, Cate Blanchett, Rooney Mara, Willem Dafoe, Ron Perlman and Toni Collette. Nightmare Alley is a remake of a film and a book that I admittedly have not seen nor read. So I went into this one a little bit blind. I didn't really know what to expect, and to not spoil it for you, it's ultimately about Bradley Cooper's character, who has a bit of a sketchy past, and he runs away to the circus where he ultimately finds his home where he can sort of flourish. And yes, that is vague, and I am missing the bulk of the story there because, like I said, I don't want to spoil it for you. Before we go any further though, could you be a dear? Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It really does mean a lot to me and it helps the channel massively, so we thank you if you do. So getting into Nightmare Alley, the cinematography is excellent, as expected. This is Del Toro and it is a bit wild and wacky and imaginative, but it's brilliant. It's beautiful to behold and it really is quite an interesting setting for the movie. It's memorable. Del Toro's style and the circus setting really does just feel like perfect, really. But other small details like the costume department and the makeup department, they also really help bring this to life. I also thought the performances were really strong on all fronts. My two personal favourites were Toni Collette and Rooney Mara. They're almost polar opposite performances of each other, Rooney Mara being very subtle and Toni Collette being quite exaggerated, but both did it perfectly, and I just enjoyed them entirely through this movie. Bradley Cooper plays the lead really nicely. He's quite a strong leading man at this point. Ron Perlman had a really fun role in here too. Everyone delivers a top draw performance. The issue for me with Nightmare Alley was the tone and the pacing. It just ebbed and flowed throughout the film. One minute it's quite dark and quite nasty, and then the next minute it's a romantic love story, and then it's deciding to dip its feet more into the circus magic world and seances and things like that. And it doesn't necessarily feel like it knows what lane it wants to be in. And so it tries to be in all the lanes at once, and it doesn't really work, especially if they're not going to hone in on all of them. Some of them feel like padding. And the same applies to the pacing. There's moments in the movie where it's really going, something's happening, we're kicking off, we've got to get this bit done, and it's quite exciting, enjoyable, and you're engaged with the movie. But as the film goes on, it slows down a lot and it stops to talk a lot through this movie, and I feel like it stops to talk way too often. I needed a little bit more energy going on through this film. I did enjoy the story, but I can't help but feel like it is a little bit done to death. It doesn't really naturally present itself to you. You might be starting this movie off and not really sure where we're going, but when it does eventually reveal itself, you might be a little bit disappointed to reveal it's quite a basic, simple rise and fall sort of plot. I don't know, I feel a bit funny about this one. I feel kind of hypocritical. I complain that things aren't that original and new anymore, and this actually does feel quite original and new, but I didn't love it. Maybe you do have to take my opinion with a pinch of salt. This might just be one of those rare occasions where it just didn't work for me. It might really work for you. I didn't hate it though, not by any means, but I certainly don't feel like revisiting it, and I can't help but feel like if this was on at home, I probably would have checked my phone a few times. I'm gonna give Nightmare Alley a 6 out of 10. Thank you for watching this review. Please be sure to hit that like button and hit the subscribe button as well. And please be sure to hit the comment section. Have you seen Nightmare Alley? What did you think about it? Do you agree or do you disagree with me? Let me know in the comment section below. Take care, and I look forward to seeing you on the next review.